Welcome back to the Captain Sandy and Leah Rae Show.
Thank you so much for joining us on this episode. We are going to take a couple of questions and answer them.
We're so excited to get started. So let's get started.
Yeah, for sure.
First question.
Hi, Captain Sandy and Leah. This is Kyle from Below Deck Mediterranean Season 7 Steward. I am so excited that you are both starting this podcast because I feel like you bring a lot of value to today's lives and influence of how we're moving forward as a society. Now, my question is, I do know you have both previous life experiences and battles and hardships that you've overcome. But knowing how it is in the yachting industry and how difficult it can be to maintain a relationship, and both alike in the music industry, how do you maintain this relationship and love that you guys share so fondly? And what battles do you find that are present, and how do you overcome them?
Kyle.
Good question.
Yes, and thank you. We love you. You have to be on the show.
I can't wait to meet you.
Yes. Great question. Leah, take the lead.
No, because you're trying to get out of it. So you answer first.
No, honestly, it's not easy. It's been a battle. We have learned to communicate better. We've learned each other more.
Yeah.
When you're so invested in a relationship, you want it to work. You will do anything to make it work. But that also means compromise, taking a pause, being selfless. And yeah, I mean, I had to learn a lot. I can't speak for Leah, but I had to learn to take the time to make the time. And because that's important to me. But when you're in work mode and you're like, in work mode, it's so hard. But for me, it's like a breath of fresh air to be able to hear her voice and see her face.
Aw, that's so sweet,
It's
baby. I mean, honestly, when we first were together, I wasn't used to, you're so in love and you're so excited and you want to be with the person. And plus, I was going through a lot because I had just come out in my relationship with Sandy, and I was getting a lot of negativity from the gospel world that I was in, the music industry that you were talking about. And then all of a sudden, I had a breast cancer scare, and then she left for 6 weeks to go film, and I was like,
I just didn't leave her. Let's clarify.
she had to, yeah. I mean, she called me every day and stuff, and she had to go to work, and then this next year, she, every year you've asked me to come out and be with you, but I just feel like that's her work and her job, and I now know to call her in the morning, her morning, and my afternoon, and probably not at the end of the day after she's dealt with all of you. So yeah, just compromise. But honestly, I think I'm used to, having someone be away all the time because my previous marriage, he was gone all the time. And plus we're independent, and I have my daughter and the dogs and my job. So we stay pretty busy.
But you miss me.
I miss you all. I miss you so much.
I know. I miss Leah when she leaves the house to go to work. I know she's coming back in the afternoon, but when I hear that garage door open, I'm like a little puppy looking out the window, so excited.
We're inseparable. I mean, we love each other so much. And
but in the beginning, it wasn't easy. Like, we had confrontation and we had disagreements, but we were willing, right? It's normal. Yeah. We were willing to talk it through, figure out ways to navigate it, and we have. And
trust. You could either choose to trust or not trust. If you choose to not trust, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship with that person. And, there are times where I get insecure sometimes, or she does, and we talk it through, and that's normal to go through stuff like that, and
absolutely.
So,
yeah, I think it's funny because so many people think we're living the life of glamour. Like, they see us on a boat, we're out there on anchor, it's so glamorous, we're just enjoying and swimming and using the toys. But what's great about our show is you actually get to see what we do. It is not that easy. It's not that easy.
I see her on the show with a bunch of naked women running around, people who are getting drunk, and she's there for 6 weeks. And I'm just keeping it real when I see oh, my babe is on a boat in the middle of the Med with a bunch of, hottie toddies out there. And I have to be secure in myself knowing that she's coming home to me and I don't have to worry. And I'm proud of her. And I think it's just called age and evolving.
Yes.
And being secure in who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And And if she messes up, like,
Say
it
la
would be a
vie.
bad thing.
Yeah, it'd be a bad thing. And it's emotional development, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
you're not sophomores. You have to grow up emotionally. And that means you have to have trust. You got to
Yeah.
be first. And I always talk about this like self leadership. You
Mhm.
trust yourself first, then you can trust others. If
Yeah.
you're untrustworthy, you don't really trust other people.
Yeah. And I
There's
love
a
her so
reason.
much. I love her so much. And I would never do anything to mess it up in a million years. So, I'm excited for our life.
Yes, and in the workplace, Leah owns a business, Hydra Lounge. It's in Lone Tree, and she does IV and skin, and she hires people. Sometimes they're in a relationship, and I'll never forget. One day, I went to Leah's work, and she was on the bench with one of her employees, and because the wife came in and melted down, and I was like, she was so graceful, and you too deal with that in her workplace. So it's not just our workplace on a boat, it's in every workplace.
Everyday
People are
life.
insecure.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just love on them,
You just love on them.
each other.
And Leah loves on me.
And I send her flowers.
Yeah.
And
Do I send you anything?
yeah, you're good to me.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear that because
Yep.
I am not that person. I don't really think about.
You do.
I do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
She writes me cards and she's
Oh, yes,
very
I do that.
romantic.
I
She
do.
cooks me dinner.
I'm totally romantic. I'm a Pisces. Of course, we're
Yeah,
romantic. Yes.
Yeah. So,
I know I made you dinner
yeah.
more than once.
Yeah, she makes me dinner and she will organize my closet and she's very thoughtful. She built me a closet.
I
downstairs.
did.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I wasn't happy about it though. I got to tell
She
you,
did
it
a
was
good
like
job.
a nightmare.
It's
It was,
amazing.
yeah, it was hard. But
Yeah.
also, I think another part of that question was in the workplace as well. And well, it is something, being in love with a woman. Is it acceptable in the maritime industry? Is it acceptable in the beauty industry? I think way more acceptable, way more diverse in the beauty industry. Wouldn't you agree than the maritime?
Well, I don't know maritime, so I'm assuming.
Nah,
I watch Below Deck.
we have a
though.
long way to go.
I don't know. They're all making out on your boat.
Yeah, but thanks to Bravo. I mean, honestly,
yeah, I mean, thank God for Bravo.
totally, because they made our show diverse, and
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
love
grateful.
It. Thank God.
I mean, right, Kyle? You know what I mean? So, hey,
Yeah.
what can I say? I am so grateful that you sent that question.
Thank you.
We want you as a guest,
Yeah.
and we're here for you, honestly. And come stay with us in Colorado.
Come stay.
I know you're in New York, so maybe I see you in New York.
Yes. And if you have questions for us, you can click on the link, hit record, and then we will get to it as soon as we can.
Yes, and always remember to do the next right thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Nothing's gonna hold